Naomi, obviously Danielle was struggling out there, but how did the match feel from your point of view?
Yeah, for me, I feel like I don't know. Every press conference, I kind of say the same thing, but just improving what I did the last match, and I think I was really good in my returns this match. So that's not something that I was able to say last year. So I think I am improving in that aspect. So I'm happy about it.
Hello.
Hey.
I was going to ask you about your returns also. It seems like you had a aggressive return position a lot of times too, especially on her second serve, and were like a low crouch to try to get some of her balls back. So how much was that a focus to sort of really be attacking from the start
Yeah.
on those points?
Honestly, I wasn't really sure when I started the match where I was gonna position myself because her sometimes she does serve quite fast. So I was thinking like maybe I should step back a little bit, but when I the first couple of games when I was a bit more defensive, it didn't really work out to me. So I just figured it'd be better to take the risk of stepping in and just kind of see what happens. And I think my timing was quite good, so it worked out well.
Sure, just me in English. With making the semifinals now, I saw your just Twitter post of all the S's and the happy emojis and stuff. What does that mean for you to make the semis here? And I guess maybe especially after how Indian Wells ended, did you think you'd be able to have such a big result right away?
Yeah, I don't like to speak on things while I'm still in the tournament, but like after Australia, I was training really hard every day, and I'm the type of person that never posts stuff. So, yeah, I've been training really hard every day, and I went to Indian Wells with the intention to do really well, and then I didn't, but Wim told me like, listen, you're playing really well. But it's hard to listen to someone tell you you're playing well without having the results to back it up. So I'm glad that in a way I don't have a good ranking because I'm able to play the matches that I need to play. And I feel like I'm the type of person that plays better with more matches. So actually having back-to-back matches benefits me a lot. But yeah, I wouldn't say I'm surprised with the result, but I'm more, I don't know. I feel like I'm becoming a better player, so I'm kind of intrigued on how I play like different opponents.
I'm curious, why don't you post training stuff, I guess, or do you ever feel like people don't think you're training when you don't post stuff, or do you feel just that balance of keeping it low key versus showing everyone that you're working? How do you try to find that?
I think I like to keep my fans mad. But no, I don't know. I just feel like in a weird way, like at the end of my life, I would like to be known for more than a tennis player. So if I'm constantly posting tennis things, it's just like, oh, the tennis girl's posting tennis things. And I have this certain aesthetic on Instagram. I just like to post like cool outfits and stuff. I know that's kind of weird, but yeah, and I also feel like the tennis world is so small. People actually watch what you post, and they actually discuss it. So like if I post training videos, I think people are gonna see what I'm doing, and I don't know. I'm kind of weird about that.
You like other coaches or players?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm still the only one. On your sorry, next opponent, Belinda Bencic. She is someone who you have had tough matches against the last few, but you actually played her really, really early, and you're looking your head to head back in 2013 at a 25K in Alabama. Back when she was like one of the best juniors in the world, and you were still just playing the first pro events. Like, what do you remember about? She was talking about that match earlier today. She remembers it.
Oh.
What do you remember about that moment in that match?
This is gonna sound really weird, but I remember like it was a late match, and I wasn't that experienced, so I only ate breakfast and I didn't eat anything else the rest of the day. And I was just thinking to myself, wow, I'm kind of hungry. Should I be going into this match hungry? So I ate a couple pineapples. Um,
Whole pineapples?
no, 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 like diced pineapples. My dad ran to the store and got like pineapples. This is so weird, but yeah, like I remember like other players at the tournament talking about her, about how she was a really good junior. I don't know if she won Junior Wimbledon at this point.
And so a few months later, she won French Wimbledon.
Okay. But yeah, I just remember everyone talking about her like, that's a really good junior girl. So.
You didn't play juniors, so were you interested to play against like one of the best 97s, like they say, because she was in your age group at that time? I guess was it exciting to then beat her in that match?
I wouldn't say it was exciting, but it was kind of interesting because I remember being like one of the youngest at the tournaments all the time. So it was cool to see another young player. And back then she was already really professional. Like she had a lot of stuff going on that I couldn't even comprehend. So I was like, oh, maybe I should be a bit more like her or something.
What couldn't you comprehend?
Oh, like she was like warming up properly and stuff. And I don't know. She it was back when she was like had Adidas and stuff. So I think she had like a sponsor here, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Like she has that already. And I remember when I was younger, I was looking at her, Konyu, Ostapenko and Kasatkina, and I thought it was all really cool that we were all the same age. So I hope in some way we kind of uplifted each other.
Do you remember the match itself at all? Because you won it pretty easy, and she was saying she was amazed at how hard you could hit the ball at that age.
Honestly, when I was that young, I don't think I like had strategy. It was all like instinct, and I still kind of play that way sometimes, much to Wim's horror. But yeah, I don't know. When I was 15, I suddenly discovered that I was able to hit my serve hard. So I'm not sure if that match was around that age, but yeah, there was a time in my life that I was just hitting everything as hard as I could.
And then I guess last thing, what's made her difficult in this phase of your career? I know in 2019 you had I think played 3 times and she beat you each time, and you were obviously playing really well against almost everyone else at that point. What makes her tough, and what do you think you have to do to get a better result in your next match?
I remember playing her in Indian Wells and Madrid. Did I play her more than that?
U.S. Open.
Really? Oh, shit. Which year?
2019.
Okay.
You beat Coco and then you lost.
Not my Sakai outfit. Yep, I remember it now. Yeah, for me, it's so weird. I don't know if I should say this, but whatever. Like, I just feel like I get really emotional when I play people around my age or younger. I don't know if it's like this thing that I want to be better than them, but I just automatically put a lot of pressure on myself. So like I kind of acknowledged that after I lost to Coco that one year, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm at an age where there's gonna be a bunch of young, like really good players, and I have to respect them and know that they're here for a reason. And I was once in their shoes, so I think like my mentality was a very big part in my losses back then, and hopefully it'll be better because I feel like I've kind of worked through it. So hopefully tomorrow. Oh, it's not tomorrow. Whenever the match is, Thursday. It'll be more about tennis. But yeah, she's a really good tennis player. She won the gold in Tokyo, which I really wanted to win. But yeah, I mean, she's clearly, ranked where she is for a reason.
お疲れ様です。おめでとう。グッドゲームでした。ちょっとベリンダの話の続きとなるんですけど、彼女がその15歳の時に、ナオミさんはジュニアでやってなかったから、多分上の選手とやってたから、ああやってこうヒット、すごくハードヒットするっていう、そういうプレーになってたんじゃないかっていうことを言ってたんですけど、そういうジュニアじゃなくて若い頃から大人とプレーしていたベネフィットっていうのはあったと思いますか？
Yeah, when I was younger, I never played anyone my age. I always played, like, if I was 10, I'd play the 18s or something like that. So my dad always thought that it was better to play the older people. And I think it worked out really good for me because I used to play, like, older girls, or when I was 12, I used to play, like, the women's circuit. It's not the pro circuit, but, like, kind of, like, professional-ish people that like maybe they want to practice before they play a 25K, that type of circuit. So yeah, I always like thought it was really good that my dad had that mentality, because I feel like I got really strong in that aspect because I was always playing against people that either hit harder or were just stronger in general.